was held also accountable. On the issue of the rangers, I think we can have a conversation in a later date on the same. So, members,
I can assure you, it's
that,
just, you know,
administrative.
We'll open it again. Masara, you're very experienced. You've been here before.
And mine is really
again,
just a comment to say
I will
that
kindly, with a lot of respect,
the ministry, the CS,
I think the Vice had something. They visited the committee when we were in the State House
consideration of the aspect of due diligence when appointing chiefs and assistant
and
chiefs.
there's just something so
and
much of concern
that
we wanted
is very
to pass
key,
it,
because if we want
here.
chiefs who will
The
deliver,
rest of us kindly.
that's important. Chiefs definitely must be resident within the areas. Where a chief is appointed from outside and is non-resident.
Thank you, Chair.
Daktari, please.
My 1 minute, Chair, this was very concerning. The cooperation between the ministry and NGCDF.
Says that yes, it is true that we should be able to expedite the process, but it's also true that once you are a chief or an assistant chief, you should be impartial in your service.
I'm saying this
the fact that you will do it for your clan or the other is a problem.
5 police
we
posts,
keep receiving
1 anti-stock
intelligence
17 unit,
of
4
some chiefs
officers,
who are involved
DCC officers.
in clan fights or intercommunal fights, supporting their clan against the other one. That should not be the case, and that even attracts disciplinary process if such a chief was to be found. So chiefs also, beside coming from certain area with certain clans or certain tribes, especially in border counties where we know that communities are living across each other's border, chiefs must be very sensitive to ensure that they understand that they are serving Kenya. They are not serving their clan or their community. So notwithstanding your concerns, it's very important for the chiefs, as we continue training them, to appreciate that they are serving Kenyans, regardless of their community or their tribe. Yes, I agree with the Vice Chair of the committee that we need to have a determined time period, and I take it as part of the reforms to make sure that we go and agree on, even if the process takes long, but not later than a certain period of time.
Realizing that that facility is
3
complete.
months or 6 months.
There are a few missing issues, and there is also confirmed that there is an outstanding bill that is shared between Interior and Defense. But considering what you just said about what Honorable Sigei there said, if we really care about the welfare of the police, I think our police must have a hospital. And going further, they must have a hospital at least level 5, level 6, so that all cases should not go to other private hospitals. And in the process, we are likely to save a lot of money to the taxpayer. So for that reason, you may not have answers on the whim, but we really want to invite you to be seized of this matter so that this facility should be put to operation as soon as it is possible. Secondly is the issue of Official Secrets Act.
Chair, this issue of hospital, I think, Chair, not hospital, Mbagati Hospital, just a comment, on the hospital. I'm writing on the hospital. Chair, I think we need a session on this with the ministry, because you went there on a serious mission. We need a report to be tabled when the minister is there, so that we can discuss seriously, because I saw a serious visit. So my suggestion is that we have a special session so that we discuss this issue of Mbagati. It has been there for a long time.
I think I really don't want to invite discussion on that. I want us to open the hospital. Let that hospital be operational, and it serves the members of the National Police Service. The second issue, Honorable Waziri, is the issue of Official Secrets Act. Anybody in this government who works at the highest level and who is going to handle secret classified documents will always subscribe to an Official Secret Act, that they'll be binded by this, sometimes all their lifetime, sometimes as many years as it takes. But listening to sometimes to what the media broadcast, what many people are attempting to say, you cannot divulge information that you came about as a result of holding a particular office. You cannot divulge it to the public or even to the media itself. So for that reason, because that particular docket, I think, is largely under interior, we must enforce that. Because if we don't do that, we can easily lose this country. The final issue is the issue of Sagante Jaldesa sub-county. I must thank your ministry for putting up that facility, which is complete. And I want to request you to commission it so that at least we have a facility that can serve the people of Marsabit. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So yes, I just want also to pass an information. You may not need actually to respond to. Maybe you can just follow up. There is a Kenyan who had written to you through me that kindly assist the graduate prison officers by raising this issue in relevant. Okay, the Commissioner General of Prison is now demanding that a constable must hold a master's degree to be promoted to the rank of inspector. At the same time, the department is recruiting cadets from outside with only bachelor's degree and immediately appointing them as officers. It's like maybe the same card, I guess. Okay, this is deeply unfair to the serving officers who already hold bachelor's degree and have dedicated over 10 years of the 10 years of their years of service without any promotion. You know, with diligence, loyalty to the country and all that. So maybe you can take this one up and see, and you don't need to respond to it here. Any comment you have to what the Vice say, and then we wrap up, we close it up.
I think, first of all, you know, the oath of secrecy that I took as a cabinet secretary, that's what I was looking for, says that I will be a true and faithful counselor to the President for the good management of public affairs of the Republic. I will not divulge directly or indirectly such matters as shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my duties and committed to my secrecy except as may be required by for the discharge of my duties as a cabinet secretary. And there's no timeline, it's for the rest of your life, you know. But you know, in Kenya, if you see the group of the older politicians, they know what they are. They know what they took their oath of secrecy. But there are also those who are older, but you know they don't abide by this oath of secrecy. So someone just wakes up one morning and said, "Oh, one day we were sitting where we discussed this, so and so say this," and yet you swore that I will not do it unless it is in discharge of my responsibility as a CS. Once you leave there, you go and do your other issues out there. And there are people who are in this parliament who have been ministers. You will hear nothing about what they used to do, nothing. I served with Haji, I have served with Amos Wako, I have served with many former cabinet secretaries. There was no day, even in private, they will tell you certain things, So I think maybe it's not in my purview, but maybe as colleagues in cabinet, for example, just as an example, even for the PSS, maybe it's something that needs to be to run through people what that means, and what are the attaining consequences for how if you are going to divulge certain information that has come to your knowledge by virtue of holding a certain office. It says something about you, not just for the time you have now left the office, but for the time you intend to come back to any office. It says something about the kind of person you can be in terms of being trusted to hold certain offices. And it's important for people to separate those things. And you have not said anything, and I have not said anything. I'm just saying generally. That is what it means. On the question of National Police Hospital, I think the issue is just the amount. If we can get in the budget so that the contractor can release the facility, and we have a pending bill of 850 million. If that can be sorted, we are good to go. Even if it is halved, we can then start a conversation with the contractor so that they can release. Otherwise, from my last engagements, everything else is in advanced stage, including recruitment of the men and women who will serve, the health workers and so forth. And then on the issue of sub-county, we hope to visit your county in the month of May. So for the security meetings, maybe you can spend one more day to open or something. Based on how we'll agree with you, we can have time to discuss. On the issue of prisons, I think there is some small misunderstanding because I somehow understand that message, because there are some people even who went to court. I think in the recruitment of the prisons that is going to happen end month, there are 2,500 constables that are going to be recruited. It has absolutely nothing. It has no limit of the minimum qualification are provided for there and so forth. For the 500 professionals, it is specific to the certain professions. Yeah, architects, civil engineers, medical professionals. So now somebody misunderstood that for those specific professional qualifications, it should have first given an opportunity to those who have degree who are already serving. But this is an architect. There is no way by virtue of you got a degree, you are constable, and you got a degree, you can be an architect. Or you can be. And if you are there, definitely, if the architect was already there, it means by going out to advertise more, we are trying to get more architects, more doctors, more, and so forth. So I think some clarification needs to go out there for people to appreciate that the 500 professionals being hired are specific to particular professionals with specific academic and professional qualifications for one to hold those offices. Otherwise, the promotion of those who are, I know the concern where it comes from is because that person is being hired as a nurse or sought after all over the world. They can easily get jobs in the private sector or outside the country. So they had to start from that position by virtue of their professional qualifications. Asante sana. Thank you.
So thank you so much, CS and your team. I really want to appreciate on behalf of Parliament for honoring the invitation and address the majority of questions that are of greater interest to the Kenyan. So members, the meeting is adjourned until